Good morning, children. Today, let us study about fertilization and implantation. We have studied about the spermatogenesis, oogenesis, menstrual cycle, and all. Today, let us study about fertilization and implantation. So, what is fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of male and female gamete. That is, fusion of sperm with ovum. Fusion of sperm with ovum is called fertilization. And during copulation or sexual intercourse, semen is released by the penis into the vagina, and it is called insemination. Okay, during copulation, insemination occurs, that is, sperm is released by the penis into the vagina, and it is called insemination. And sperms travel through vagina, and from the vagina it passes to cervical canal, and from the cervical canal it passes to uterus, and from the uterus it passes to isthmus, and it goes to ampullary isthmic junction. Ampullary isthmic junction. So this fertilization occurs in ampullary isthmic junction of fallopian tube. This question is very important. Where does fertilization occur? So simply don't write fallopian tube. You have to write the exact location. So fertilization occurs in the ampullary isthmic junction of fallopian tube. Okay. So ovum is released from the ovary. So ovum will be taken by the fimbriae, and from there ovum will move to infundibulum and ampulla. So both sperm and ovum will meet at ampullary isthmic junction, and fertilization occurs at ampullary isthmic junction. This is very important question. Now let us study about what are the events occurs during fertilization. So fertilization happens only if ovum and sperms are transported simultaneously. So then only fertilization will take place. So all sexual intercourse or copulations do not lead to fertilization and pregnancy. Okay, so fertilization happens only if ovum and sperms are transported simultaneously, and it occurs only at that ampullary isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. So millions of sperms will be released, but many sperms will come in contact with the ovum, but only one sperm can fertilize the ovum. A sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida. Zona pellucida is the outermost layer of the ovum, and when a sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida, it induces changes in the membrane of the zona pellucida, and it blocks the entry of additional sperms. So only one sperm can fertilize the ovum. Why? Because when a first sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida, it induces some changes in the membrane of the ovum, and it will block the entry of other sperms. Thus, it prevents other fertilization. Only one fertilization occurs. Only one sperm can fertilize the ovum. And you have studied the structure of sperm. So at the head part, acrosome is there. Acrosome acrosome help the sperm to secretions of acrosome, that is lysine, and that enzymes are there. It helps the sperm to enter into the egg cytoplasm through zona pellucida. So this acrosome will release enzymes, and it will digest the wall of the egg, and through zona pellucida it can reach the plasma membrane of the ovum, and this causes second meiotic division of the secondary oocyte to form an ovum. So here further division of the secondary oocyte take place here. It causes when the sperm passes through the plasma membrane. What will happen? This causes second meiotic division of the secondary oocyte to form an ovum or oocyte and second polar body. So then the sperm and ovum are haploid. So the haploid nuclei of the sperm and ovum fuse together to form diploid zygote. So this occurs during fertilization. This haploid nuclei of the sperm and ovum fuse together to form a diploid zygote. So these are the events taking place during fertilization. After fertilization, implantation takes place. Okay, after fertilization, what happens? This zygote will undergo mitotic division. that is cleavage. Zygote is diploid. It is single cell. So this zygote will start mitotic division. And when during this process what happens, this zygote moves through the isthmus towards the uterus. Okay, it will not stand there, it will move towards the through the isthmus towards the uterus, and it will form 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, 16 cell daughter cells, and they are called, these daughter cells are called blastomeres. It is called blastomeres. So different stages are there. So this zygote will divide into, first divide into 2, then it will divide into 4, it will divide into 8, then 16 cell stage, and then 32 cell stage. So each cell is called blastomere. Then embryo within 8 to 16 blastomere is called morula. And you can compare morula just like a mulberry. Morula means mulberry. Mulberry fruit is there, no, just like that. So embryo with 18 to 16 blastomere is called morula. It is solid like a cricket ball. And morula continues to divide and transform into blastocyst. 34 cell stage is called blastocyst. So morula will divide and it transforms into blastocyst. And we can compare the blastocyst like a tennis ball. It is hollow. So blastocyst is like a tennis ball. It is hollow, and morula converts into blastocyst. Then you can, the picture you can see the zygote. See, zygote divides into 8 cell stage. Then it will undergo again mitotic division into blastula. Then see, you can see the cross section of the blastula. It is just like a tennis ball. So blastomere, it is a individual cell. Blastomeres of the blastocyst are arranged into outer layer. It is called trophoblast, and inner group of cell called inner cell mass attached to the trophoblast. So if you see the picture, you can see that yellow colored structure is called inner, that is inner cell mass, and outermost layer is called trophoblast. Outermost layer of the blastocyst is called trophoblast, and inner group of cell is called inner mass. And in exam it will be asked, the question will be asked, what is the fate of trophoblast and inner cell mass. So this trophoblast will later give rise to placenta, and inner cell mass will later give rise to embryo. Okay, that is the main function of inner cell mass and trophoblast. So trophoblast is it is outermost layer of the blastocyst, and this trophoblast, it gets attached to the endometrium of the uterus. Okay, so this while dividing, it will move from the fallopian tube to the uterus. So when it reaches at the blastocyst stage, this embryo gets implanted on the wall of the endometrium. At that stage, lady gets pregnant. So the trophoblast layer then gets attached to the endometrium. Endometrium is the innermost layer of the uterus. Then inner cell mass gets differentiated into 3 germ layers. That is outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. And it is this 3-layered structure forms the embryo. So inner cell mass will differentiate into embryo. Embryo will be having 3 germinal layers. That is outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. And this is about blastocyst. It will be implanted inside the uterus, or it will be attached to the endometrium of the uterus. See, you can see in the picture during fertilization, the zygote will move from the ovum, from there to the this ampullary isthmus region, from there to the uterus, and finally at blastocyst stage, it will be implanted on the wall of the uterus, or it will be attached on the wall of the uterus. And after attachment, uterus cell divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. Okay, so after attachment of the blastocyst, cells of the uterus will divide and cover the blastocyst, and as a result, the blastocyst become embedded in the endometrium. It will be embedded in the endometrium, and this is called implantation. That process is called implantation. So that is, the implantation is the attachment of uterus cells. No, attachment of blastocyst on the uterus cells. The cells of the uterus will blastocyst will get embedded in the wall of the uterus. So that is called, that process is called implantation. So after attachment, uterine cells divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. As a result, blastocysts become embedded in the endometrium and it is called implantation. So this is all about implantation, and you can answer the following questions. Fertilization occurs in fundus, uterus, middle of ovary, ambulatory isthmus, junction of the oviduct, infundibulum of oviduct. Sperm enters into the ovum by the help of secretions from the embryo with 8 to 16 blastomere is called. Now in the next video, I will teach you about pregnancy and embryonic development.